So back when I had over 100 subscribers on YouTube about 4 years ago, I had paid somebody about $50. This YouTuber at the time had a pretty big following. They had a solid subscriber base. You know, they were considered to have a lot of subscribers, a lot of views, and, you know, they were making pretty good content. So I had paid this person about $50 to promote one of my videos, right? Sent the $50 over to their Cash App, and they promoted my video on their community tab. And long story short, it did nothing of little growth for my channel at the time. It actually only garnered my channel about 50 subscribers to us, you know, about 50 to 75 subscribers for my channel, right? It really did nothing for my channel. And this is no disrespect to that content creator. You know, I respected the content that they made and was viewing their content at the time, right? But just getting that shout out, getting that promotion from one of my videos, expecting some type of return, some type of growth, it actually didn't give me anything. It actually did not result into any real growth on my channel. And from my own experience, when you are paying somebody for a shout out, you're paying somebody for a promotion, you cannot really expect your channel to just blow up automatically. And in the past, you had other content creators like Mr. Beast. He shouted out one of his, I guess, fans or one of his subscribers. They had a channel and they got good views, they got good numbers, and they were able to get the growth because of his subscriber base, because the amount of views and engagement that he was pulling in. I mean, it's astounding with what Mr. Beast is getting. You know, he gets over 1 million per view. I mean, 1 million views per video. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, from one of the videos that I was watching, you know, a couple days ago, I had actually shared his video on my community tab, and shout out to that content creator who was given the information of how shoutouts don't really work out for smaller YouTubers, right? Or just for other YouTube accounts in general, right? I mean, you could be a medium-sized channel, a small channel, maybe a big channel. And he basically covered how this lady's channel, her views took a huge dip and in reduction of her subscriber count, right? She had a certain amount of subscribers at first, and then when she kept posting and making her content, her views went down. A lot of people unsubscribed every single day after, you know, for like a year. And I think she no longer makes content. I'm not entirely sure. But when I was hearing this, it rang a bell to me. It actually made a lot of sense, because you got to understand that person's audience from their channel may not want to support another person's channel that you're recommending. You can recommend somebody else's channel to your audience. Doesn't necessarily mean they're going to get the same amount of support that YouTuber or that content creator is already getting, right? And based off what I've been seeing with Dodash's whole shout out experiment, right? Because she's been doing this shout out experiment. I know I'm late. I'm like 3 weeks late, you know what I'm saying? But I felt pressed to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? At the time, I wasn't really talking about it because, you know, I wasn't really watching her content like that. I wasn't even looking at her videos. But I decided to look at one of her videos where she started beginning this shout out experiment. Someone would send her $25 through Cash App, and then she would shout out that person's channel, their content, all that. And now she's been doing all these lists of shout outs for weeks and weeks, trying to help these small YouTubers grow their channel. And listen, man, just gonna keep it real and transparent. Shouting out other smaller YouTubers to like have your audience go to their channel, it may work at first for the short term, but for the long term success, not success, but for the long term, it's not going to really work out. It's not. Long term, it's not going to amount to a lot of growth. Because at the end of the day, it's really up to you and the type of content that you produce and how you make your channel, how you do your thing on your own channel. You know what I'm saying? That's going to get you the results. You can't entirely depend on someone else's audiences to help you get up there in views and subscriber count and engagement and click rate percentage. You can't fully depend on that, right? You have to depend on your own ability, what you already know, what you're already good at doing when it comes to editing, when it comes to talking, when it comes to, you know, really connecting with the people. You got to depend on your own ability. Paying for a shout out and then expecting a lot of growth to come your way, it's not going to happen like that. You may see some growth initially, right? It's like a honeymoon phase. It's like, all right, the first couple days, you know, you have a big time content creator sending all these people your way to your small YouTube channel. And you may see some numbers. You may see some new subscribers coming in, right? Initially. But as time progresses, as you begin to really put the work in on your content and your videos, you're realizing you're not seeing the growth you were expecting to get from paying for a shout out, paying for a promotion. You understand? And so, based off, you know, me clicking on the profiles, the accounts that DoorDash has been shouting out, I can just tell you right now, those YouTube channels are not seeing any growth whatsoever. Most of them don't even post. Most of them are inactive, have been inactive for weeks and months, and don't have any much of a following. And these are the people that she is shouting out, that they are paying her $25 to get a shout out for their channel, for their growth. And that's really the name of the game, is growth. That's the whole point. The whole point is for them to gain growth, right? If they're not seeing no growth from the shout out, then what's the sense of sending this woman $25 for a shout out? Just so, okay, you can get a couple of people being sent your way, and then initially you see a little bit of something, but long term, months go by, you're not seeing much of anything anymore. But it doesn't help that the YouTubers, the smaller content creators that she is promoting, they're not active. They're not really active like that in the first place. They're not being that consistent. The frequency of them uploading is very low. So it's like, how do they expect to see any growth with their channel? You know? See, the way I see it, it's entirely up to you, for you to build your channel up, to build up your audience, to, you know what I'm saying, produce the content, and to get your views up, to get your subscriber base up, to build yourself up, okay? Paying somebody for a shout out is cool, but it's only gonna work for so long, okay? It's not gonna result into you getting a huge amount of growth within months and within weeks, within months, right? Because I went on her video where she had a list of content creators that she was looking to shout out. This was like back in February 17th. This was over a month ago. So she had already been shouted these people out, okay, that were linked in her in the description box. I clicked on all their channels. All of them, they were not seeing no growth, okay? No views. And that's just based off what I'm seeing on the surface, okay? On their catalog. You know, most of them have not even been posting like that for weeks, for months. So it's like they wasted their money, okay? They wasted their money trying to get a shout out and trying to get the results and growth and really building their channel up. It's your responsibility to do that yourself, right? And when I learned that going to somebody else with a larger subscriber count, a larger subscriber base, okay, with more views, I learned that trying to get my video promoted, my channel promoted, okay, to a larger audience on that side, it did not result in me growing. And it did not result in me growing rapidly quick, okay? And this was a time where I had about over 100 subscribers. And I only saw about an increase of 50 to 75 subscribers, and my views were not going up either. So I know what it's like to pay for a shout out, pay for a promotion on my channel, one of my videos, and I don't see the growth. I don't see anything come out of it. And so I had to learn that for myself, like about 4 years ago. And once again, this is no disrespect to the content creator. I don't know if he makes videos to this day. He made very good content, you know what I'm saying? I actually brought one of his products back in the day. But if you really want to see growth on your channel, you have to put in the work yourself. You gotta be in that sandbox, really producing. You got to put in the time and the effort. And this takes time and effort to really build your channel and really get the numbers you want to see, you know? And you may not see the numbers you want to see at first. But trying to pay for somebody to grow your channel, to give you a shout out, and expecting their audience to come to you, it's not going to work. You can click on all those channels, go on one of her videos, and you'll see in the description box all the channels that she's been shouting out. And look at their account, and you tell me, are those channels seeing any real growth? Are they seeing any real progression in their channel? Have they really benefited a lot from a $25 shout out? I'll let y'all be the judge. But this is Solo Dolo Talks. Thank y'all for watching. Like, subscribe for more content. I'm out, and peace.